Crypto coins have been absolutely popping off over the past couple of months. But let's be real, it's not as important what happened in the past, but much more important what's about to happen in the near future. And for that reason today, I'll talk about a couple of altcoins I am extremely excited about right now that I think will absolutely pop off. To keep it very simple from the get-go, I personally think it's not as wise to just buy one or two coins, but more so focus on sectors. And in this video, I'm going to cover 3 to 4 sectors. You understand why I'm saying that a little bit later in the video, with the first one being memes. One of the hottest memes right now is 𝗵𝗵𝗄. And even though I am personally not a big fan of buying meme coins as they're close to their all-time high, I will say that with the amount of gains that most of these coins have been making right here, it is, in my humble opinion, not a stupid idea to still go for them in preparation for what they're going to look like as the market pick back up again. I mean, if we're looking at the market cap of memes right now, it's been growing even though Bitcoin has been going sideways, if not slightly down. And yes, trading volumes are not at the crazy high points, but market cap is, and so we're slowly climbing up, and some coins like Turbo here are really witnessing crazy growth. And as you guys know, I have an extremely large amount of 𝗓𝗍. It's one of my biggest, perhaps my biggest meme coin holding right now, if not behind 𝗵𝗵𝗄. I think 𝗵𝗵𝗄 obviously has to be number one. But actually to kind of prepare, and this is why I think I posted this yesterday, I also have a pretty good chunk of 𝗵𝗵𝗄 coin because I've kind of felt that if 𝗵𝗵𝗄 keeps popping off, some derivatives of the sort like 𝗵𝗵𝗄 coin also have themselves a pretty good chance. I don't know, I just felt like it was a really smart idea to kind of benefit off of 𝗵𝗵𝗄's success. But so for sector 1, I'd have to conclude by saying meme coins. I think many meme coins will be growing significantly over the next few months, and maybe perhaps coins like 𝗵𝗵𝗄 even have got the chance to get close to Dogecoin, or more importantly, Dogecoin's previous cycle all-time high. I think Dogecoin's all-time high was 90 billion, which I think will go to perhaps even 270 billion. And with that in the back of our heads, if some other meme coins then can get to Doge's old position, for 𝗵𝗵𝗄, for example, I think that would still be a 12 or so X. But the next category has to be RWA and things, I guess, in close proximity to it or working with it in some way, shape, or form. And the reason I said that is because oracles like a Chainlink and a couple other ones, we'll talk about in just a second, are key and pivotal to RWA. If we're talking about real world assets, right? Well, how does a crypto, which is not real or tangible in that sense, come into play? And so with RWA, the most important part is that connection between the real world and the digital space. And so there are multiple coins I'm personally really excited about. I think Trueflation is a really good one, doing decentralized infrastructure, backed by Chainlink, which I think is also a pretty solid one. Again, not necessarily, not at all actually RWA itself, but very much important for the sector. And as I've stated a while back, I still think Ondo will have some crazy performance. The price has already gone up a lot since the last video I've made about it, which kind of sucks, but on the opposite side, it's nice for all the people that watched my videos earlier, especially the one where I talked about my top RWA coins. And we'll be honest and say one thing though, RWAs were really hot up until a few weeks ago when nearly every one of them dropped 50%, like similarly how things happened with AI. But I think they're gonna start getting really popular again in the very near future. And so even though I can't guarantee it, that's what we're basically preparing for right now. And now that we're talking about preparing anyway, one of the biggest ones I'm excited for that's coming up hopefully quite shortly is Lingo. I think this might be the biggest RWA project launch we have seen thus quite yet. And I've stated in previous videos, for RWA, we are still actively looking for some of the new bangers as the sector's popularity is still quite new. Now, having said that, even though recently has not been the time for new launches, I still am very excited about some new projects joining the ranks, especially the ones with proper and massive backing, like for example Param Labs. You've probably seen Param around everywhere, but tomorrow it's listing on a lot of places, one of which is Bybit. And if you haven't done it yet, you can check out Bybit with the link down below. But even though this cycle we have not seen gaming projects pop up too much just quite yet. I still think that over the next few months, there will be another shift towards gaming, and so it's smart to get into it now in the earlier phases as the bull market is looking to really start cycling hard here. And if you can get in early to these projects, I always think it's worth a look. But more importantly, I told you guys about this opportunity a few months ago, and so many people probably farmed the airdrop and are going to be getting themselves some juicy coins, so it's definitely worth keeping yourself up to date and taking a look if you are also eligible. Because I mean, all you had to do was like go like and tweet and go do some of this very easy tasks, and you got yourself points, which regardless of the project, I always recommend people to at least look into. Free points sometimes can be thousands of dollars for free in the token, so yeah. And it has to be said, another sector that I think a lot of people are kind of sleeping on right now that I do believe will still pop off is AI. The thing is, AI had its really good run a while back and then kind of died out because the bull market and the Bitcoin higher highs stopped. And then everything went down like 50%. The thing is though, you have to acknowledge just how fast AI is growing in the traditional realm. And so when I say traditional realm, I'm talking about things like, for example, ChatGPT, Grok, or Google's AI, all that type of stuff. It is going so fast. I think a lot faster than most of us had anticipated. The values are going to go out of the through the roof. NVIDIA is popping off like crazy. I think the excitement, unless NVIDIA takes a big poo-poo, is not going away that quickly. And I think as well, if NVIDIA goes for the 5 series, so the 5090s, etc., their new graphics cards, it could be another fresh wave of crazy interest in AI-related coins. But just also in general, if some new things happen to ChatGPT, we'll probably see it reflect back onto these coins. And I think it's just for this bull cycle, the most bullish thing. Again, for right now, it's kind of the order that I did it in, right? So memes first, RWA second, and then AI as a third. And if you asked me this a couple months ago, it would have been quite different, but that's the fun thing about crypto. It changes all the time. But for right now, that's my main focus. So I bought a lot of Ondo, really going hard on that. I'm fully in on my memes, and I know it's scary, but I do believe we're heading into a better cycle for them as they're just starting to pop off quite hard, even though Bitcoin is not doing any good numbers. And if you guys want a better strategy to trade Mu, I've already explained it previous time. Again, I'm going to be honest with you here. Mu is just always a buy for me because I believe their marketing is so top tier that it will always pop back up until the circumstances change. But I think for right now, that's like a few months, right? Perhaps a few years, who knows? But for right now, they are so solid and a cool mix actually between a meme and a proper RWA and a proper, I guess other projects actually token. Can't say I'm holding the biggest bag of it, but I do believe they actually have some pretty solid fundamentals as well. I've made a big video about it like a few months back. To be honest truth, I think that's about it. Those are some of my top coins I'm watching right now. Some of the top sectors I think will pop off. And if you can't win with knowing this, then this might not be for you, but I think this is how it's going to go. If you disagree though, just let me know why or what you think in the comment section down below. I'd definitely be interested to know, because at the end of the day, if everybody comes together and gives their thoughts, I think we're going to get way further this cycle. But yeah, let me know down below, and that's about it.